fuck time it is, man?
Wagwan Popcans.
It's Monday night. New time, new date, 7 p.m. Episode 32 of the Jones Hour.
You know what we do, Scooby-Doo.
Facts, man. We in a building. You already know. Just in case you don't know, man, you can catch us on all the streaming platforms. Google, everywhere. Amazon, Apple, Iheartradio, and Spotify. Catch the visuals live on IG and Facebook. And you also already know, man, YouTube too. But who this right here to the right of me?
Oh, yeah, don't know.
It's Kush, you already know.
Kush _talk _radio. You already know, man. You know who this to the left of me, man.
Jones.
2 times.
Jones.
2 times.
We born to
Jones
die.
2 times in a motherfucking building. And we got Aunt
And
Acid.
don't you forget it.
And Acid in the
Aunt
building.
Acid.
Original
Facts, man. Let's put it out there real quick, man. If you want to fuck with us, call in 347-586-1676.
You know the number.
I'm a
Well, you don't.
Hell yeah.
You know now.
Pin that
Because
shit.
you just said it.
So
And it's
you
gonna get
already
pinned.
know. It's up there. It's on the live. So you know you could chime in with us, man. But it's been a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get right into Kush talk this
Yo,
week, right?
man.
It's Kush, you already know.
Word?
Yeah, man.
man.
Just gonna start with it, man. And
Right off the bat?
right off the bat, and it's gonna be
Let's do
this.
it's gonna be on on a sadder note. Michael K. Williams, actor, famously from The Wire.
Facts.
Right, Omar Little.
Omar Little. Yep.
Passed away. They were saying overdose, right?
That's what the evidence points out to. You know, it's definitely a fucked up situation.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
And that shit is crazy, man. They said there was like drug paraphernalia, around them and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I guess nothing official came out, to the books, but shit's crazy, bro. And I feel like a lot of deaths is happening, man.
Yeah, especially with the drugs.
Drug
man.
shit.
I
No,
think,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Mm-hmm.
coming off of that. And you were saying some shit that they're using now, right?
Yeah, the fentanyl, man. I think there's a lot of people that are really ODing or from whatever drug they're using being laced with this fentanyl, and it's really not a good look, man.
Yeah, it's become a big problem.
And this is shit that they used to like cut it up with and shit, right?
Yeah,
type
I mean,
shit?
normally, you hear all the other stuff from like laxatives to baking soda to pancake
Right.
mix and shit like that. I mean, not that I have any experience with this stuff.
But you hear about it.
Yeah, that's what the hood says when those people are making these type of drugs. But unfortunately, man, it's this fentanyl is taking a lot of people's lives. Even this past weekend in California, you had 3 comedians. 2 of them passed. One of them is in critical condition from
Crazy.
coke laced fentanyl. And I'm just gonna put it out there, man. Like, it seems like this fentanyl is the new maybe I don't want to say it's heroin and shit like that, but the laws is gonna reflect like the new heroin and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are getting caught with this,
Turns of time and shit.
they're gonna throw the book at you, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, even though like if you seen these are the type of ODs and shit like that's happening and reactions and whatnot, man. Like,
Yeah.
take a little more responsibility, for the shit that you're doing. That's just how I feel about it. I don't think it's appropriate at all. I mean, selling drugs already is a problem, but if you're gonna take that route, you take that route. But at the same time, it's like, bro, like, it's not a good look.
No, word, man.
It's never a good look.
No, I'm just saying the outcome in terms of what it is.
Yeah. Nah. Seems like shit's fucked up, man. Might get a lot of people with this shit. Shit's fucked up.
Yeah, fentanyl is stronger than dope times 10.
Word. Damn.
Shout out to people in the check-in.
Yeah, that shit's
Ready.
crazy, man. But that's Kush talk, man.
It's Kush, you already know.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, rest in
Rest
peace.
in peace,
R.I.P.,
Michael.
man.
Word up, man. Hopefully,
Good fucking actor, man.
and his family and things of that nature can deal and cope in this sad time. and everybody else that's affected by it because he's a good dude.
Man.
But
Baby,
enough with the samba. Huh?
baby.
Yeah, let's get into the baseball, man.
Baby.
You want to start with the Mets, man? Mets,
We
nah.
lost today. I don't know if we want to start with the Mets. All right. Let's start with the Mets. That's all.
Put the Queens hat on. Go ahead, man. So I feel bad that I have to be a Queens representative, and this is the product they putting out. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, man.
Luckily, I'm a Yankee fan, though. You know.
Well,
Look,
okay.
man,
Can't entirely agree with that.
I've been saying I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy.
Okay.
All right? I get it. I'm a Mets fan. I'm just trying to be a little like, not biased with it, So
I want every
that's
every
what I'm
game
saying. When I
won.
be saying this shit, like, bro, it's not gonna happen, man. You see the culture and like everything, like how it goes down. You know what I mean? Like they gave up like fucking 8 runs to the Nationals in like an inning and a half. I watched it and I felt like I was the jinx because that's when I like tuned in. I was like, what? We was fucking up like 9-1.
You probably
I was like,
was
oh,
the
shit.
jinx, man.
Yeah, you know what? It's me.
You're talking about the first game of the series, or
I don't even know. I don't even know what game.
you're talking
'Cause
about
it
that
doesn't even-
comeback? You talking about that comeback?
Oh, man.
Oh God,
I was just like, we're not built for it right now. Like, I feel like on paper we are, but as a team, like, it's not gonna happen, man. And Mr. Jones, was like, he was like, man, I have faith. Well, not faith, but
I
like
remember that.
he saw them. Yeah, he saw them like getting into the playoff. I was like, man, it's not gonna happen. Like, I don't see it. If they get in, like, it's just gonna be what? Nothing. They're gonna burn out. Like, not to be a negative Nancy, but you could just see it watching the games.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I mean, they still statistically, mathematically,
Are in it.
They still
They're in
have
it.
a chance. I mean, they're still
They
as
have
bad
a
as they've been
chance.
playing.
They have a chance.
I mean,
been
that's
lucky.
just because of like the division that we're in. Like,
No, but also, Atlanta's ahead, and Atlanta is just lost some games to the Dodgers.
No, it could happen.
Yeah.
The Phillies
It
is
could
ahead of
happen.
them too. It's
Yeah.
both teams ahead of them.
It could happen.
we're only 4 games out of the first place. So
It could happen. Of course it can. That's always there. And if it happens, I'm like, oh shit, I bet. Maybe we catching fire. Maybe they're gonna look a little bit more like, like on point. Like the shit was on Evers, when I was watching the game. The shit happened on Evers. It wasn't no like relief pitch and just, the bullpen didn't blow it.
word.
They fucked up. And I was like, man, come on. If you gotta be locked in, you gotta be locked in. You said it last week. They
No
had to get what?
mistakes.
13.
out of 15, right?
Yeah, they can't even do that no more. They've already lost enough games.
Man, like I feel you. But even though they still in it.
Yeah, nah, they still in it. I mean, what I will say, man, is like, unfortunately,
Almost
the errors
having highlight plays, by the way. Sorry.
Not the errors.
That shit would have been
but
fire. That Baez to Lindor shit with the glove shit would have been fire. Fuck the whole shit up. I was like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I think it's
you just-
more injuries, and as soon as y'all lost DeGrom, and
yeah.
you had some anticipation of him coming back and just never met that. You know,
I mean, of course.
there was a couple of times like, oh, he might be coming back, then he won't. Then he was taking some like not a rehab start, but like
Yeah, which is worse.
practices and
What's
shit,
worse
so
is
come
that we
out
don't
and
know
then
what
it
the
didn't
fuck's
work
wrong
out.
with him, Jones. No, seriously. That's the worrisome part. Do you have a diagnosis? You know what's wrong with him?
I don't.
Yeah, nobody knows. It's fucking inflammation just happening and shit. Like,
Yeah, it's like some Kawhi on the fucking Spurs
Spurs
type
shit.
shit.
Yeah, what
and
the
that's
fuck?
what's scaring me.
I don't know what I have.
Yeah.
Oh, that fucking
hurts on my ring finger.
Syndergaard has been a bust too, man. Because I think there was some anticipation of him actually coming back and whatnot, and he's not even been able to get healthy enough just to get onto the field. You
Yeah.
know? And that was the 1-2 punch that they was anticipating. You know
Fingers
what I mean?
crossed every day, though.
Like Stroman been nice. You had some other
Stroman's been holding it down.
He's the most
and,
consistent
and,
person.
and Alonso.
He
and
made the
Pete-
highlight
Pete
play.
Alonso
Yeah.
too,
Oh,
Pete
Lonzo,
Alonso's
yeah,
been,
Lonzo
Mr.
definitely-
Positivity.
And yo, Mr. Positivity word, but he has this thing of fucking kicking in late. I see. Same thing kind of happened last season. You know what I mean? Took him a second to like get in gear, and then, like,
Well, I mean,
started like getting clutch because a lot of those homers came in the second half. Coming second half of the season.
yeah, word.
a lot of those.
So I mean, it's yet to be determined.
Let's see.
It's still up there, but it's no longer a marathon, man. It's a sprint now. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we still in.
You gotta
June and
catch
July,
super fire.
You know, yeah, you gotta finish strong, man. And a lot of it, I think, is mental with them. I don't think it's necessarily them playing or not playing. Good.
Mental,
I
culture, all
yeah.
of it, yo.
Word.
Yeah, I think the mental of it is really fucked with them to the next level. I think even with being up, like how you said, 9-1, I think once, one run came in and they gave up that big inning, I think they was already defeated before they actually even lost the game. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's been their problem within like the past couple of weeks and whatnot, with the press in New York. And I mean, it's not easy playing out here, man. It's mad hard.
Never
you
is.
You could even see the results from Baez and Lindor. Lindor has not even been anything he was on Cleveland, right? He was on Cleveland.
Shell of
You know?
himself.
Yeah, I mean, so it takes him getting used to actually play in New York, but at the end of the day, man, you gotta man up. You gotta man up, and if they don't, with all the moves that they made, the one thing that they do still have is Cohen's money, man. So they could literally wipe out the team, start all over.
Which, by the way,
and go from there.
No matter what happens this season, I hope and I think he's gonna fucking start firing mad people because this shit is toxic.
So
like, just because of reoccurring shit. That's what I'm saying. This shit goes deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For why I feel like they're not ready. Like it's like
Yeah,
crazy.
like Sandy Alderson, I think he's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Possibly. Maybe not. Maybe a switch position. You know what I mean? To like the more business side, because I heard that's what he wanted in the first place. You know what I mean?
Nah, I don't know though, bro. I think if you're really gonna change the culture, it's got to start.
I mean, but it's hard. It's hard not to say it because he also brought like all these niggas in.
Yeah, and if they're all gone,
It's crazy.
if they're all leaving, then
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't even matter. So I mean, yeah, he did bring in a lot of players and whatnot, and he did make some good moves. That seemed
And
to
personnel.
Be good.
Yeah.
It seemed to be good moves on paper, but it really hasn't flourished into the anticipation that they had, or especially even to just the first half of the season. You know what I'm saying? The first half of the season, they was in first place for a good 90 something days. You know what I'm saying? 90 games, Like that's more than half the season that they was in first place in control, and then the wheels fell off, and then you lost some big games against teams that you needed to beat, and then you lost games against teams that were on your ass, and then all of a sudden, you in third place, one game only above 500. So it's like it's not
Actually, we're 500 right now.
69.
because they lost today. Yeah, I seen it earlier, and it was 69.
69.
Yeah, man. So that's
But what's up with the Yanks, man?
Yeah, the Yanks, man. They went on after they had that little 13-14 game winning streak. We went on a 4-game losing streak. Lost 2 to Oakland. We split that series. Then lost 2 to Anaheim, and then my man Cole came onto the mound and shut shit down. So I think actually when we think about the Mets, that's what they're missing with the DeGrom factor. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though you lost a bunch of games in a row, if you knew every 5 games you got DeGrom back on the mound, guaranteed every time he pitches you have a possibility to win that game as long as you can score the runs. And Cole has basically been that. Cole has been in a rare form. He's been able to be dominant every time he's on the mound. And
Cy Young shit.
Yeah, like he's a factor, So I think right about now is the Yankees' main goal is holding this wild card spot to be the number 1. Looking like on a crash course to play Boston. Even though I do want to say this about baseball, man, like they still need to change this playoff format. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for you to play 160 games and then you have a wild card game of just one game. Like, I mean, what's the whole reason to play the whole fucking season of 160 plus games?
Be a series.
You know what I'm saying? And then it be decided on a 1-game thing.
Facts.
So I think at least should be a 3-game series.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Like if you're not gonna expand the playoffs by the amount of teams, like how last year was with the 8 teams that made it because of the COVID, I thought that shit was fire when it was like 1 through 8, 2 to 7, 3, 6, 4, 5. Like I thought that was fire. I think you had upsets like when we seen the Marlins make it. I I was anticipating the Marlins to actually do good this year. You know what I'm
Same
saying?
way
Because
I
of that.
kind of feel about like the NBA implementing the new stuff. I kind of like the MLB, like the way they did that. Then,
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
they did with that little playing thing, but
Yeah,
you
they
know,
should've
like
kept
it allowed those last two other teams to actually have a contention to try to do something, you know. And I just feel like the same thing happens when it comes down to the to Major League Baseball. You know, like if you're not gonna do it like football does, where you have this wild card series and whatnot. And you added like a 6 team that makes it, you know, and then the first 2 teams are like have this bye, and then you know that you have the reseeding based on who advances. You know, like the first place team is gonna automatically play the worst seeded team that makes it, whether it's the 6th seed or the 4th seed or whatever it might be. You know, like let it be like that. But to play a whole 160 some game season and then have your whole season decided on a 1-game fucking playoff, 1-game playing type of situation.
Fucking lame.
That shit is like, that's hard. That's horrible. You know what I'm saying? Even when you go into the NL, you know, like I don't want to, you know, get off. I want to get back into the Yankees and shit like that.
Yeah.
But when you talk about the NL, like you're going to have, it looks like San Fran is the best team in baseball on paper, besides the Rays. They're the best 2 teams, you know? So they're automatically in. But when you think about the Dodgers and possibly the Padres, or, you know, other teams that are contention like the Phillies, or even the Cincinnati Reds, you know, the Mets, you know, imagine the Mets do make it. You know, to fight all the way back to do that, but
For one game.
they're playing the fucking wild card team now, and the wild card team winds up being the fucking Dodgers. You know what I'm saying?
DeGrom.
Like, if he's there,
And then he comes back.
if he's there,
Imagine that's what they was waiting
you
for.
know, if
That
he's
was
there,
it.
Yeah,
It
thank
was
the
all
Lord.
for this
Thank
moment.
The Lord. Thank the Lord. But even like that, you
Bang.
as a Met fan, you'd be grateful.
Bang.
But as a Dodger fan, you'd be like,
Bang.
wow, we dominated the whole fucking season to lose a 1-game thing because DeGrom came back.
Yeah, and then
You
he
know
goes
what I'm
7
saying?
innings, and the relief pitcher,
Yeah,
Noah
man.
Syndergaard.
Yeah.
Bang! Boom!
But I guess you know what
Well
I'm saying.
said.
Like more fire. I feel you, man. But
Fucking Thor comes back.
I think Major League Baseball needs to reevaluate the playoff situation, especially if they're trying to look to get more people as fans. You know, I think
Because that's, yeah.
you know,
it's
playoff
fucked
baseball.
up.
Playoff baseball is exciting. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you could expand that, even if you, what's the season? Like 162 games? Even if you took 2 games away.
And
you just made
playoff
it
baseball is
160,
fire, man.
You know?
Super
Yeah,
fire.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Word.
Like, to make that just like a 1-game thing is, you know?
Brazzy, you
why-
gotta fuck with us, man. Shout out to Brazzy, man. Be on the
Word.
lookout, man. He that episode gonna drop soon. Yeah, this episode 30, man. Should be out in the next couple of days or so. Maybe
Yep,
about
this
a
week.
week. That's gonna drop. It was a fire episode, man. Shout out to you, bro. Also, shout out to man Dizzy Spades, man. That launch year 86. His
That
podcast
episode
is
should be
coming.
out next week.
Yeah, so fuck with us, man. The visuals is there, but you know you could always listen on all the streaming platforms. Yeah, but back to the Yankees. I think the other part of us losing some of the games that we're losing, I think is going to be the valuable part of the decisions that we got to make. You know, because as we got some of these young boys that came up from the injuries that we have, those people that were on injuries are now coming back. You know, and
Word.
it's going to be vital for Boone as the manager to make the right decisions of the people that's going to stay on the roster and the people that's going to get maybe not on the roster or sent down to AAA.
Yeah, we
You
talked
know?
about this a couple weeks ago.
No, but
yeah,
now you know,
but-
a couple of weeks ago we was on a run and it didn't matter. It looked like he
Yeah.
couldn't make no wrong decision. Everything was fine.
And-
now
and-
that you got everybody,
And
everybody's coming back.
if I remember correctly, you said if we're on a roll, we're on a roll. You can't shake things up.
yeah, but you know he's shaking things up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's shaking things up. You know, you got Urshela coming back. That boy Voigt has been smacking shit. You know, Gleyber Torres is coming back. He's come back. You know, but he can't field, man. He's a liability on defense. You know, and if you're gonna have somebody like the young boy Vasquez that was doing his thing, if you're gonna keep him on the roster, then you might as well play him the whole game. Don't keep Gleyber on the roster And then when you get to the 7th, 8th, 9th inning, you're gonna take him out the game just for defensive purposes, and then for that you put the kid in the whole time.
What's the point?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, because that's a roster spot. That's a roster spot. Could be somebody else that could be more useful for the team.
More productive.
Yeah, you know, even when you think about Gallo and Rizzo, you know what I'm saying? They've had some big hits for us, but they're still batting only 200. You know, the only bright spots we really had on offense is between Stanton and Judge. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Consistency.
I think the time is now in terms of as we get into the last month of the season in terms of making those decisions.
These games are prime for them, man. I mean,
Yeah, no.
tough one today.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8-zip. You know what I mean? Like, damn, gotta go. You know, gotta get these against. You know, Blue Jays is a tough team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the
they
crazy part
know
about us.
they're trying to.
The crazy part about us is,
They're
I mean, except for Baltimore is shitty, but all four
Yeah,
teams is above 500. We're not like you know on the cusp. Like everybody's at least 5 games above 500. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the blue 74 and 62.
Yeah.
78 and 59 is the Yankees.
Yeah.
The Red Sox is right in between them.
Yeah.
79, 61.
Yeah, so I mean, that means everybody's at least 10 games above, 12 games above 500. You know what I'm saying? If the Mets was 12 games above 500, they'd be in first place right now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so I mean,
That's the difference.
let's keep it a buck and shit like that. But we gotta
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, you know, the decision's got to be there. The decision's got to be there, and this is gonna be vital for Boone, especially if he's gonna be the future in the Yankees as a manager. You know what I'm saying? Because if he fucks this up after the fucking winning streak we went on, heads are gonna roll, bro. I can tell you that much. Heads are definitely gonna roll. But yeah, let's transition to some other baseball and shit like that. You know, I already shouted out San Fran. White Sox is running away with the Central. Let's see who else. Milwaukee came out of nowhere. You know, I think the Reds are a little bit behind them, but Milwaukee looks like they're going to be running away with that Central Division. You got the 3 in the West, you know, between San Diego, San Fran, and the Dodgers. But my bad, San Diego, man. I jinxed y'all, man. I should have never put the fucking hat on, bro. I got mad hype like they was gonna win the World Series, and now
Fucking Jones Stradamus over here.
I fucked up. Nah, that one with Nostradamus. That was a fucked up one. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I'm better than him. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. You know, when I speak, you know. Shit
that ain't come from him. That came from Nostradamus.
Yeah, that one was Nostradamus. You know, when Jones Stradamus speaks, it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think I fucked that one up. But
Joe.
you know, so my bad, Padres. But I think that was more because of as soon as Tatis went down, man. As soon as Tatis went down, that shit.
You were saying Tatis.
Yeah,
Tatis.
He's the one that he fucked up the flow.
Good old Tatis. He's a beast though. I don't know what the fuck though.
Yeah, but
injury shit. I guess I don't know.
No, he got injured, and then I just.
But it was like a trickle down though with the team. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it was like he was almost like the whole momentum.
Yeah, word, right?
His wave and shit like that, and as soon as he went down, like the whole team kind of fell off with him. You know what I'm saying? But not on the injury tip, just on the performance tip because he wasn't there. So I was like. It's a bad look, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I think it's really starting to shape out. You know, I mean, you still got contention, the AL West, you know, between Houston and Oakland, right? You see the standings right now?
Yeah. So it's Astros, Mariners, Athletics.
Seattle too.
Yeah, Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle too. Yeah, so I mean that's gonna come down to the end. I mean, not just for the division winner, but I mean, when you think about, you know, just a wild card within itself, the Yankees seem to possibly have locked one up. But when you think about the other teams like Boston, Toronto, and Oakland and Seattle, you know, those 4 teams are definitely still very much in the hunt for that 5th spot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know what the schedule is looking like, but if any of those teams start playing each other, man, those are going to be valuable games. And we already know the Yankees' last 3 games of the season is against Tampa. So, you know, those are going to be vital.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, Tampa might be on a rest mode, but they also might be, you know, if those games mean a factor to not allow the Yankees to make the playoffs, they might go hard and try to do that. So
Why
we'll see
wouldn't
what's
you?
gonna happen with that. No, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Why wouldn't you?
we see what's up with that. But then let's talk about Ohtani, bro.
Yo, man. Word.
The GOAT.
He is a GOAT, man.
He's putting up
Like-
GOAT numbers, bro.
GOAT numbers, man.
He is, man.
Like, we was having the conversation earlier, man. Like, we was talking about, like, this Babe Ruth shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Babe Ruth, you was telling me the stats and shit. Like, he was on Boston. He hit what? 55 home runs, you say?
Yeah, 55 home runs in 7 years in Boston.
Boston. As a pitcher.
As a pitcher. And in those 7 years, he won, like, I want to say, like, 170 games. Because even with the Yankees, he still has some W's as a pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Fun
saying?
fact
So
about
bad,
Babe Ruth.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Candy bar.
Yeah. Babe Ruth, all right, better yet, Japan loved Babe Ruth so much that before they dropped the atomic bomb, they sent, or they tried to send Babe Ruth over to Japan to basically, like, talk them out of, like, World War II and siding with the Nazis and all that other stuff.
Well, Babe Ruth was a larger than life figure, man. He was at his time, he was probably the most famous person in the world.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
how
I'm
much
saying?
they loved him.
He
though.
made
Like,
he was making they even say like he was making more money than the president. Also, you know what I'm saying? I mean, his numbers, in 15 years, what he finished with like 706. So in 15 years, he had 650 something home runs, with the Yankees. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But let's compare a little bit to Ohtani. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the only thing that's a kind of a knock against Ohtani, besides the team that he's on, is that the dude's batting only like 249. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's not putting up.
But when he hits it, he smashes it. Because is he not leading? Well, I mean, who is it? Vlad Guerrero Jr. that's leading the AL in home runs right now?
Nah.
It's Ohtani.
Ohtani.
Still? Yeah.
Ohtani.
So they switching places back and forth with that. But it's been crazy.
Nah, man. Ohtani's a beast, man. And his pitches numbers are solid. Like, really good. Like, he's having a good season, you know?
Yeah, you got his numbers up?
Yeah, I got his numbers up, but I got the batting one. I can't get to the pitching one real quick.
Well, I know he has like a 2 something ERA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's got a lot of W's and shit. You know, so he's been doing his thing with it. You know, but my cat on the show.
No, actually, the neither of them are on the camera.
Oh, that's
Gangsta.
perfect.
Yeah, somehow neither of them are on
They
either
got blind
cameras.
spots.
Yeah. Oh no, maybe now.
Hey,
Oh,
get away.
A little piece
Gato.
of face.
Get
One
out
of
of
the
here.
Push it
cameras,
away,
the
man.
other one no.
Get out of here, man.
Come on.
Get out of here. I ain't fucking with Gato, man. Gato be popping.
Yeah. He's part of the show. My
Another fun fact: Kush doesn't like cats.
Yeah, because he's allergic, and then my cat also has my cat has a love-hate relationship with Kush.
Yeah,
He
man.
constantly fucks with him. So let's get him off the show. Get out of here.
Yeah. It's that confidence.
I'm back in it. You know what I'm saying?
That cat confidence.
Yeah. Now my cat is fucking gangster. My cat is he's definitely an OG. But yeah, Ohtani.
297 ERA.
Uh-huh.
You know,
How many
112
wins?
inning pitch. 9-1.
9-1. So that's beast,
You know what I mean?
man. I mean, when you think about it,
135 strikeouts. A whip of 107.
yeah, when you think about the times, this is what we was getting into earlier in terms of the
Yeah.
conversation and comparing Ohtani to Roof. Obviously it's way different because, Roof only had maybe 10 other teams in the league. And
Word, it was
when he was
different.
hitting 50 and 60 home runs, it was more than all the other teams combined.
It's like
You know
the
what I'm
value of
saying?
the
Yeah.
dollar.
So it was crazy.
It's
But
like
time changed.
comparing like Russell in the NBA like to everyone else, like Bill Russell.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Because he was so dominant at his time.
Yeah.
And even Will too, where they like changed the rules.
but it was a smaller NBA at the time.
Yeah.
Like it was so early, like
It was different.
yeah.
No, it was different, man. It was different back then. Like they were smoking cigars and shit.
Yeah.
Like drinking tequila in a dugout and all that.
Eating
Like,
hot,
like
eating
it was,
hot
shit was
dogs and
different.
shit. They were
Yeah.
smoking cigarettes. Like
Shit
there's
was different.
pictures of multiple teams like that. You know, after winning a game, smoking cigarettes, smoking cigars, doing all types of shit, drinking beers,
But
all of that shit.
But this all falls on if Otani can keep this consistent. Like
For
obviously,
the long term.
Like
For the
for long term, because he has to
I
keep
mean,
this up. And it's like you don't even got. And I feel like you don't even got to put up like if you do like you got to come close to like Babe Ruth, and he could do it. Look how many home runs he banged. You know what I mean?
Man, I believe it's.
I don't think that shit's gonna go away. He's a monster, bro.
It's one of those things that like it's a cultural thing. Like he was bred to be a baseball player. Like he was like built in a freaking lab or some shit.
Some samurai shit,
know?
right?
No, not even some samurai shit. Like
that kind of
like
mentality. Like
some Lionel Messi type shit. Like he's been trained since he was single digits, like 5 years old. Like he started.
And he's not a small dude either, man.
Yeah,
he's
like
huge.
Yeah,
or some like LeBron shit.
But he's been waking up, living, breathing, eating baseball every day.
Facts.
You know, since he was a kid. You know, like that's the way that the Japanese do it. You know, like especially if like you're bred in that, like he is, like that's the way that they do it. You know, like everything comes after that. You know.
Nah, yeah, that's a fact, and
but
I mean
he's on a GOAT run. I mean,
let's also keep it real in terms of Japan and Korea. They have players that are equal to the MLB level in baseball. You know what I'm saying? It's not like America is just that dominant in baseball.
And a lot of our players, when they retire, they go out to Japan. You know what I mean? Like,
or even before they retire, like if they can't cut it and shit like that, they go out there and they do their thing. And the top players that are in the Japan and Korean leagues, they come over to our league and they're just as dominant. You know what I'm saying? When you think about someone like Matsui or Ichiro, you know what I'm saying? Like
or Otani.
Ichiro, one of the greatest of all time.
I know
Otani, but I'm just talking about
I'm just saying like
in terms of like a time frame. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I love Ichiro, man. Yeah, personality wise, like nothing's better than Ichiro.
If you actually want to be real about Ichiro, man, if you combine the leagues, you know what I'm saying? He's the all-time hit.
He has like some of the greatest interviews.
Baseball, period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's Pete Rose. You know what I'm saying? He's the only one with 4,000 plus hits and shit like that. But when you look at it, if you actually break down the numbers for Ichiro, he got 3,000 in Major League Baseball, but already had over 1,000, 1,500 before he even got here in Japan and shit.
Ichiro in Japan is like MJ, like over here.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like there's like he had so many sponsorships and like.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact. Word up. But yeah, I think we go with baseball, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Before we transition to the NFL, man,
what are we doing?
Just be on the lookout for these playoffs, man. For these playoff teams, man. It's vital times in baseball, man. If you're a real fan, man, you definitely want to be watching and tuning in for your team, for the other teams, and see who's gonna be the next possibly the next World Series winner, man.
And if it's an early game, turn on that radio, man. Try to catch it on the radio.
Word, I do that often.
Yeah.
I catch the Yankee games on the radio often because I'm always at work driving and shit. Word up. All right, but let's get into the NFL, man.
Let's do it.
All right, bro. So
hell yeah.
What we gonna do?
Football sesto?
Americano.
Football Americano sesto?
No, football sesto Americano.
Football
sesto Americano.
Football sesto Americano.
Sounds like a Starbucks coffee.
Let me get a venti. Right?
That means 20.
I thought it was a large.
No, 20 ounces, I think.
No, but I don't know. I can't fuck with. I don't fuck with Starbucks.
I love Starbucks.
I just feel.
You should know that.
No,
I love Starbucks.
No, I
thought you knew it.
Venti. No. I thought that was just a large or whatever.
Yeah,
they
you
say,
said
Venti.
it. You said it convincingly.
Oh no! I don't fuck with Starbucks because I just feel like it's way too much money for a cup of coffee. Like I could get it at the bodega for $1. Like why would I fucking spend $3 for a fucking small?
They have some good shit. You can get things other than coffee that's like pretty good and shit.
Yeah, whatever. Who gives a fuck?
You know, you get the little accoutrements. You know, you get the caramel like swirl.
You know, I'm content with like $1 butter roll and some half and half, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
a little crunchies on top with some.
But sometimes you want a little flavor
with some whipped cream.
I ain't mad at
Can't
you.
blame somebody for trying
A little frappuccino.
I ain't mad at you.
Little coconut milk.
Well, football sesto americano. That's
Yeah.
what it
Hell
is.
yeah. Let's get into our picks.
I sounded so non-Spanish saying that, but that's all right.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I am Dominican, but you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell right there. So what we're gonna do this week, and what we're gonna do every week for the rest of the season, is we're gonna do a pick 'em.
It's week 1, baby.
It's not reflected on the point spread. So don't come at us thinking, we didn't make the cover and everything like that. We just picking the winners, correct? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go through the games. We're gonna pick our winners. We're gonna tally it, and then at the end of the season, the loser maybe we'll bring the hot chip back or something like that.
Yep.
All right.
Yes. Say it.
The hot chip thing. All right. That was like a 1-year one-off type of thing. I'm trying to find it on the internet, and it's very hard to find.
Well, it's fine. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to do a pepper, like
anything, or it don't have to be something hot. It could be anything, but it don't even have to be something eating. We don't know what it's gonna be, but we could figure it out, something like that.
we could just
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, absolutely.
All right.
There's hot sauces that we can do. That's more optional.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We put it on a chicken wing or some shit.
Hell yeah.
All right. So let's start with the Thursday game, Dallas versus Tampa. Who y'all got? I got Tampa.
Me too.
Brady.
Yeah.
Wayne
I
Brady.
think
Yeah.
Brady.
We already went through this. Don't bet against the Tom
Yeah.
Brady.
Yeah.
It's very easy to bet against Cowboys.
It's
just easy. It's just easy.
Yeah, and then fuck the Cowboys. Let's
just
be
easy.
real.
Yeah. Second, we got Pitt versus Buffalo. I think it's going to be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But I'm going Buffalo.
Pittsburgh.
Pitt.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let me just mark. All right, Jets and Carolina. I got Carolina.
McCaffrey takes this, but it's close. I feel like the Jets actually kind of put up a fight.
So who you picking?
I said Carolina. I said McCaffrey goes off. Yeah, like
Jets.
Jets. Okay.
okay, the Hats.
Okay.
Start off good with week 1.
All right. I feel you.
Want to know?
Jacksonville and Houston. I got Jacksonville.
Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
Jaguars.
Okay. We got Arizona versus Tennessee. I got Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. King Henry, man. Right? Y'all don't think? King Henry? Don't let me convince you.
And you got Tennessee also? Or you going Arizona?
Yeah. Tennessee.
All right.
Julio.
We got the Chargers versus the Washington football team. I'm going the Chargers, man. I think they got a
Justin
Chargers.
Herbert.
Fuck Washington.
Yeah. And the next one, and the same thing for the next game, Philly against Atlanta. I'm going
Atlanta.
Fuck Philly. Kush, are you going Philly as well? Are you going Atlanta too, or are you taking Philly?
Atlanta.
There you go.
All right, Seattle versus Indy.
Oh,
I got Seattle. Oh, is that a Seahawk?
that's a Seahawk right there.
I didn't know if it was a Falcon or
I got love for Seattle. I can't help it.
I don't know if it was
All right.
a Falcon or not.
Both.
we transitioned from Atlanta to Seattle. I was like, is it a Falcon or is it a Seahawk? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Both of the birds win.
All right, Seattle. You got Seattle too? You going
Seattle, man. I don't think this dude's right.
All right, so now we got Minnesota versus Cincy.
Cincy.
I'm taking Cincy also.
Let's go, Joe Burrow.
Cincinnati, baby.
Oh, okay.
I'm a fan.
All right, San Fran versus Detroit. I got San Fran.
You know it.
San Fran. 49ers.
All right, and then we got this is gonna be a good game. Cleveland against Kansas City. I got KC, man.
Of course.
I think that's a
Hall of Famer.
That's a shoe-in right there.
All right, so then we got Miami versus New England. I got the Pats. Mac Jones, baby.
Mac and cheese.
I don't know.
Mac and cheese.
Miami got a good team. Who you got, Ant?
Miami, baby. Yeah, let's go Miami.
Going.
Yeah,
Say his last name. Say his last name.
They dropped
Say his
Cam.
last name.
Miami.
Travolta.
Josh Travolta. Jim Carrey.
That was an insider. Today we was at this weekend we was at a Kush party, right? And
A Kush party,
Kush.
which is apparently a very big party.
Yes, it
All
was, it
right?
was a very
It's
big
like
party.
wedding size.
Yes.
This
And-
fucking dude throws galas. He doesn't throw parties.
Okay,
Let's
so
turn
All
up.
right.
all right.
It was ton up.
I've been, yeah, definitely
Okay,
turn
hold
up.
on, let me
Celebration.
let me-
Happy Labor Day, y'all.
Happy Labor Day. What I'm trying to say is
This guy's getting P. Diddy in the fucking party game over here.
Fuck out of it.
Next time there's gonna be fire
wish.
breathers. I know some fire breathers, by the way.
Sick shit.
Yeah, do tribal dancing and shit.
That's a no 10 days.
Yeah, I'm.
Can't have
I'm
fire
good.
breathers with a tent.
I'm good with just like a barbecue or some shit. I don't need the fire breathers. I just want to let you know. But forget the Travolta. I was just gonna say Tua Tagovailoa.
He was supposed to say it.
Kush asked us to say that at the party, and Marvelous was there, and Marvelous is like, "Oh, his last name is like the guy from Greece,"
Yeah.
and I
Like,
go,
Giannis?
"Wait a minute, bro. There's nobody from Greece in the NFL. What the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "No, John Travolta, dude. You know what I'm saying?"
Talk about it.
And like, oh my god. So my dumb
Oh my
ass.
god.
So my dumb ass is thinking Grease the country, and this
Oh my
motherfucker
God.
is thinking fucking Grease the movie.
Jones,
you know what I'm
Jones
saying?
is thinking
Oh my
Giannis
God.
Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, in the NFL, and I'm like, no, there's nobody in from Greece in the NFL. What the fuck is
He
going
said no,
on?
the movie.
Yeah. So
He did his best John Travolta
Tua.
impersonation.
Yeah, he
Oh
fucking.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. oh my god.
All right, so the next one is Denver and the Giants, man. I'm going G, man. I don't give a fuck.
G-Man, baby.
I think Denver's gonna
G-Man,
win, but
you
I'm still
don't
going
give
for
a
the G-Man.
fuck.
Yeah, I'm going with G-Man.
Yeah,
G-Man,
Big Blue
I
all
give
day.
a fuck.
No, I'm talking about in the pick. I'm picking the G-Man.
No, yeah. Denver versus New York, Kush?
He's
York.
picking the Giants.
Absolutely. Let's do this.
Word.
New York.
All right, so then there's the next one is Green Bay and the Saints. I'm going the Packers, man.
Green Bay.
Yep.
GB.
Chicago against the Rams. I got the Rams.
I'll go Rams.
Yep. No, I'm going Rams. I think they're gonna try to. Well, at least Stafford's gonna try to go hard.
Word. And then the last one, man, Monday night game is Baltimore against the Raiders.
We will review it before the game, but yeah, like
I'm going Baltimore.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
got it
I was
written
gonna
down.
say, I was
I'll
waiting
be able
for-
to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I was waiting for Ant.
figured you might want to wait, but yeah. Let's yeah.
I was waiting for Ant to go. Oh!
Yeah, I'm gonna be more as again. All the birds, baby, all the
He's
birds.
flocking.
And you don't fucking bet. You don't bet against the fucking Ravens, bro.
there you go.
That's that culture right there.
Word.
A culture
Word.
Yeah, that is that culture, man. I don't
So-
fucks
so
with that. I fucks with that culture.
for the wire.
Word. Well, it's locked in.
For the wire.
It's locked in. We got
Those are our
got
picks.
the- pick those in.
You want to put tiebreaker points now or?
Now we don't need to do tiebreakers because it's the end of the season. It's going all the way to the end of the
Yep.
season.
Let's add it up. I bet.
You know, we're just gonna add it up. I mean, well, the tiebreaker into the score is like how is it valid? You know what I'm saying? How are we gonna make that? None of us is gonna guess the score. I mean, if you do, like that should be like a +10 automatic. You know what I'm saying? Like if we want to do that, but then it's a little bit tricky. I think we just do it by the wins and losses and see how it pans out. And as the season progresses, if we see that it's starting to get a little bit close, then we'll add the Monday night points, maybe even the Thursday night points. to
So
the
we're
games.
gonna do a whole season long thing, not
The whole
just like
season,
a weekly
the whole
thing.
season, yeah.
Okay,
the
all
whole
right, cool.
season.
All right, so
And
what's
at the
it?
end?
We're gonna tally it.
Yeah, we're gonna tally it, and the loser,
Is it
that's-
is it TBD on what the stakes are?
yeah, we
All right,
just
cool.
putting it out there. We could get some feedback from the people, man. We could put a poll up or something like
I'll
that.
figure
man.
some shit out.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be a penalty or if it's gonna be like
no, the winner could get something. The person
That's-
that wins could get something. And
That's
the person
what,
that
it's a bet.
loses
Yeah, absolutely.
could lose something. Got to
Yeah.
do something fucked up. But the person in the middle, you just broke even. You didn't win something, and you ain't got to do nothing fucked up. So that's about that. You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
All right.
So there's a little incentive for everything. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So if you win,
He's got to buy the pepper.
All right. Yeah. All right.
You know, like the middle guy's got to buy the pepper.
Well, we haven't decided if it's gonna be a.
It was
pepper.
an
No,
example.
we're talking about this right now. We're talking about this
it
right
was
now.
an example.
All right.
Whatever it is.
Loser,
Pepper spray
bottom,
to the face.
bottom,
Whatever
bottom
the fuck
guy
you
out of
wanna
the
do.
three has to eat the pepper. All right, habanero pepper. All right, we're not gonna go that hot. We're gonna go habanero. All right, we're not gonna go fucking ghost
Yeah, it
pepper.
doesn't matter,
You
it doesn't
crazy
matter.
motherfuckers are insane. All right. Or we do a hot sauce type of deal. All right. If I fucking lose, I'll get on camera and I'll do a whole fucking hot sauce thing, and I'll sit in the fucking
I have no
chair
problem eating the hot
in between
sauce,
you
man. I
guys.
mean, I'm just gonna have like the milk on the side, man, and fucking that's it, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
same. Are you with that too, Kush?
I'm down.
You fucking you West Indian
Yeah,
motherfucker.
no, we gotta do something
yeah.
different for you. You,
No,
you
yeah,
eat
no.
that hot shit, man. We gonna do
No,
something
I mean,
different
but that's
for
what
him.
I'm saying. If it was a habanero pepper, then it would be a different fucking story. Like habanero pepper, like you touch that shit and you fucking, I don't know, wipe your butt when you fucking after you take a poop. You're gonna fucking like that shit's your ass is gonna be burning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's not get that far
Yeah,
into it.
we're not
man.
gonna get that far into it.
The only other
We'll
thing
talk
I
about
want
that.
But these are the consequences though of eating a habanero pepper. I'm just telling you the facts.
No,
all
I feel you.
right?
I feel you.
All right. So we could go habanero pepper, or we could go fucking like hot wing.
Yeah, I'm down for the hot wing.
All right. All right. So we got hot wing on the lower end. All right, and then on the higher end we have hat or jersey.
Nah, I say a hat. We don't gotta fucking
Hat.
spend mad bread and shit
All right.
either. You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool.
Like the loser has
So
to
hat.
fucking eat a hot sauce that's fucking $5, but the winner gotta fucking get
But-
$150
but-
jersey or some shit. It's like no,
But
man, like, that's a little OD.
number two,
You know what I'm saying? The
person in second place-
a big wide gap. You know what I'm saying?
the
Like,
person in second place has to buy the hat.
and the pepper
No,
and the hot sauce.
no. The consequence of the person in second place is doing the hat.
You should have to do both.
Do what?
You should have to do both.
Buy
He has to
everything.
buy the
You
hat.
fuck.
He has to buy
You
everything.
fuck. You stupid second place fuck.
Yeah, that's it.
It could be me.
All right, well, before we transition out of the fucking NFL, I just want to say one thing. You know what I'm saying? It's related to the G-Man. So when it comes down to it, man,
Man,
when it comes down to it, man, we got a lot of question marks surrounding the offensive line and Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying? And this is a make or break season for him. You know what I'm saying? It's a third season. I don't know if the O-line is gonna hold up, but we've definitely made enough moves on the offense in terms of bringing the weapons around him. You know what
Facts.
I'm saying? And if we
and if
don't
see, man.
perform, like I have no doubt that I could see like how last season our division was the shittiest and it was like a 6-10 team that won and made it to the playoffs. I could see that again. Like I don't think Washington is that nice. I don't think Dallas is that nice. I don't think Philly is that nice. And we're on the border
Facts.
of being nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I could see another losing team in terms of record-wise winning the division and making the playoffs. Now, if that happens and Daniel Jones still happens to be the one to make the playoffs and whatnot, no harm, no foul. I guess it could be that, especially if you could get it together into the playoffs and, actually win a game, whether it's at home or on the road, whatever it might be, and that could be, a little hope in terms of what people are looking for. You know what I'm saying? But the point that I want to make, if it doesn't happen and Daniel Jones does not turn out to be what it is, if I'm the New York Giants, I got two people on my mind. Fucking Aaron Rodgers and motherfucking Deshaun Watson.
Rod.
A-Rod or Deshaun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what's happening there?
Like,
because
we got
what's
I
his name?
looked at it.
Tyrod Taylor's quarterback from the
No,
officially.
I know. I seen that. So I mean, let's be real. The Giants got mad draft picks next season. We have 12 picks, 2 number 1s, 2 number 3s, a second, a fourth, 2 5ths, a sixth, and like 2 7ths. Like we legit got 12 draft picks.
Yeah, we got a lot.
So, to get Deshaun Watson, and one of those draft picks on the number 1 is from Chicago. So that could be another high pick. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when we look at it, I have no problem giving up the 2 number 1s and maybe 2 number 3s and a position player to get Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, and this
You know
bar,
what I'm
what's
saying?
going to happen with him?
No, I mean, I'm just putting it out there, like these are the options that we have. If that's what it's gonna be, why not? And we got Wisdom on the check and definitely not Rodgers. Why not Rodgers?
To
I'm
rent
saying-
him? You give up the picks to rent him?
No, with Deshaun?
Nah, Rodgers.
No, Rodgers will be a free agent.
Free agent
We
next
just
year.
have to sign him. We don't have to give up no draft
wait.
picks. But I'm talking about the high asking value of what Houston is looking for from Deshaun Watson. He looks like he doesn't want to be there. He has no problem seeming to sit out a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not if you're the G-Man?
Yeah, and,
You know?
and we still need a line. Use the picks for the line.
All right, Rodgers is still
Facts.
old, but what are we going to sign him to? We only going to sign him to a
Right.
1 or 2 year.
Well, that's
1
what
and
we're
2 year
saying though
contract.
right now is that the
That
Deshaun
could be a one or
Watson's
two
more
Lombardis.
complicated than A-Rod,
1 or 2 Lombardis.
No, that's what I'm saying. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers. He's a league MVP. He's already a Super Bowl winner.
It's a fucking legend.
I don't know if he's a fucking legend.
If not,
but you know,
he's
what I'm
not
saying?
a legend. You don't think he's?
If not,
you don't
though.
think he's gonna?
if none of that shit happens though, we do got the picks.
No, we got the picks. But the problem is like, how many picks are we gonna fucking waste? We took Saquon in a draft that had
it's
a lot
gonna
of
be
fucking,
it's probably gonna have to be a quarterback or a line. What if it all depends on what Daniel Jones does? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah,
That's what I said in the beginning.
No, I know. No, I'm just like, reiterating it. You know what I mean? Because it's really all just gonna come down to that. Whether like I would love like that Aaron Rodgers shit might be a little, like
no, I'm just the only reason why I say Aaron Rodgers is because it's clear he doesn't want to be in Green Bay. It's clear that this is going to be his last year. The talks have been saying that he could go to Denver. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of the weapons that you have around you and what the Giants have between Shep and Slayton and Galladay, Saquon, Rudolph, and Evan Ingram. I mean,
you got a squad.
Those are all offensive weapons that could help you out. Now, the offensive line is still a question mark, but that's not something. Yo, Will, what up, B? That's not something we can't. That's not something that we can't also address with the draft picks. Mm-hmm. Like, if we're gonna have 2 number 1 draft picks, why can't we try to cash in on other offensive linemen? Mm-hmm. That seems like our biggest hurt. You know what I'm saying? Besides some linebackers, like we could use some linebackers, but we got Blake Martinez. He's a tackling machine. Our front four is solid. Our secondary seems to be what could be a top 5 secondary in the whole NFL with the weapons we got. You know what I'm saying? We got 2 arguably shut down corners. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We got Logan Ryan still over there. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we could do that.
No,
I'm not saying I don't know, Rob, if Rodgers will sign, but I'm just saying with what we have, if he's still trying to chase a ring, it might be here that he could get it. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real, fucking Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers is a big upgrade from Daniel Jones. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? A big upgrade.
Even old Aaron Rodgers.
So
even
let's call a spade. Yo, Jay Smooth on the check-in. What up, baby? Check out
it's
the
like,
warm-up show.
It'll be like he's doing. My fault. Sorry. Yeah, word. Shout out. Yo.
I know you don't want to put him in legend category, but like he's no joke.
But it's like some Favre shit though.
He's nice, but he's like Favre.
No, but I'm saying Favre went to the Jets.
Numbers, but he don't got the rings, bro.
Favre went to the Jets.
Favre
went to the Jets. What if he comes to New York and goes as a Giant?
Yeah, I mean, it's
but you don't think he's gonna go to the Hall or like
no, he's guaranteed. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
But that's what I'm saying.
When you say legends, when you say legends, I'm thinking like a legend is Tom Brady, a legend is Joe Montana, a legend is Terry Bradshaw, fucking Stallworth, and those are the legends in terms of quarterbacks that you want to think of. Aaron Rodgers is a top quarterback. He's nice. I love Eli. He's not a legend. He's
the killer of Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Tom Brady killer.
He has to go down. You mentioned Tom Brady. You mentioned Eli.
Yep.
Automatic.
You got to.
Yeah, well, I mean, except for fucking Nick Foles.
We got that kryptonite, baby.
Foles fucked it up. We almost had the
Foles fucked it up for a lot of people. Trust me.
Real, right?
Yeah, trust me.
Mm-hmm. So I just
Foles
wanted to put that out there.
Like Coughlin kryptonite.
Oh, it's definitely a legend. I stand corrected. Wisdom agrees with you, Aunt Acid.
There you go.
He said he's a legend.
There you go.
But
I can't even see that shit. I fucks. Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Word. So I just wanted to bring that out there in terms of the Giants, because I mean, when we look on the other side of the Jets, they got their quarterback. It looks like, and we're gonna see what he's gonna do. But They have they're beginning their 3-year run. You know what I'm saying? To see if he's going to be able to hold it down. And now we're ending our 3-year run. The only difference is now we might have the ability to actually fill that void with somebody after the fact. If
we might have some leverage.
You know what I'm saying? Even in the middle of the season, if he can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Why not make that trade for Deshaun?
Yeah, we need to have this conversation now.
If Deshaun is cleared of everything, and we can do it.
Yeah, I completely forgot about the drama attached to him.
We remember we had the Sean watch going for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is like, I mean, it don't
It's
seem.
Watson Watch,
I
by the way.
don't Watson Watch. That's right. You damn right. It was Watson Watch. But what I'm trying to say is, it don't seem. I mean, I don't want to speak for nobody. I'm not going to speak out of character, but it doesn't seem like the initial charges that we first thought might be as severe as it's coming out to be right now. That's all I'm saying.
Full proof profile video on that, by the way, coming soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Plugging that right now.
All right.
Plug.
All right, man. All right, so that's it for the NFL, man. Let's get into the trending topics, which will lead into the top 5. The trending topics is fucking Drake versus Kanye, man. Let's get the applause, man. They've both fucking finally dropped. You know what I'm saying? The Donda and the fucking Certified Lover Boy. And let's talk a little bit about it in terms of the comparisons of the two. You know what I'm saying? I think first of all, I want to say that both albums are way too long with filler. You know what I'm saying? I think they 20 something. They are both 20 something tracks each and shit like that. Like they easily each could have combined into like maybe 14 tracks.
Do you think that we've like become accustomed to shorter albums? And now that when a longer album comes out, we're like,
no, you know what it is? All right, let's when you think back in terms of the longer albums that came out, a lot of it was filled with like skits and shit.
You're right.
So I think even though it was a longer album, the skit could only be fucking 30 seconds.
Transitional breaks and shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really, or it would be like a skit that's a reference to the next song that's about to play.
Yeah,
you know what
like,
I'm saying? That would all be together.
Wu-Tang, or fucking
the
Pun,
Locks, you know
or
what I'm
the
saying?
Locks,
Eminem with his shit.
Pack in the back of the back of that, pack in the back of the back of that, pack in the back of that, like that type of shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
That type of shit, yes. Yeah.
Oh, what was the other one with the Locks? What is it? The Locks, the one with the fucking with the butt fucking pad or whatever the fuck it's called.
Butt pads.
I forgot what the shit was called.
Butt pads.
I don't remember.
Remember
they had the Raping You records and shit like that. Fucking Jadakiss diss track on Puffy. You know what I'm saying? Which we're gonna get into after this. But that's relevant to my top 5. You know what I'm saying?
That's a plug.
Word.
But like I was saying, is in terms of it, it's like I feel like Kanye's. I kind of like Kanye's album a little more than Drake's. I think most people like the Drake shit. I think it was anticipated, but I don't think for as highly as anticipated as it was, I don't think it necessarily hit as hard as the Kanye did in terms of the actual music that was on it. Now, I could already tell that the Certified Lover Boy, I mean, just by the name of this album, majority of the tracks are pertaining to the ladies, and he's always done that, almost like on his LL shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But for me, as more of like the hardcore hip hop fan, like there's only so much of that shit I could tolerate. You know what I'm saying? Like there's only so many fucking like I don't want to call them ballads. That's a bad word.
Wait,
they get repetitive.
As a hip hop fan though, like you feel that way about Drake, like of the Drake album more than you feel that way about the Kanye album?
No, I don't think the Kanye album really has.
As
I think
real hip hop fan,
it's more content involved. You know what I'm saying? Like he has that jail track. That shit is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like he has more tracks that are painting pictures and stories and shit like that in terms of what going back to what that real essence of hip hop is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He has the track was about his mom's and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So he has like these other dedication tracks or tracks that, like I said, that paint a picture, that tell a story, that do something and actually have content involved. And where Drake has more like girls like girls or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. It's like, I get it, bro. It's the time. I'm not against you, but you're saying
conceptually, like
in terms of what
content
exactly in terms of what I feel in terms of what hip hop is and shit like that and what the message is supposed to be in hip hop and what you're doing. Drake probably has a little bit too many of the songs that are pertaining more to like a woman thing or something like that. Females, the ladies involved, like Lover Boy, like love hip hop songs, and I'm not against it. Like the album is still fire. I think they're both pretty fire and whatnot. Like when you break it down, also like his Kanye diss track is fire. You know what I'm saying? He what is it called 7 a.m. Bridal or some shit like that.
Yeah, but
7
I mean,
a.m.
it's
Bridal.
it's more of like undercover blows or whatever throughout the whole
Nah,
entire
well,
album.
because all right, let's be real.
And then he has a track with Trippie Redd or whatever.
Hold on, the Trippie Redd shit is fire. But all I'm trying to say is like in any of the Drake diss tracks, he never says anybody's name. He never says anybody's name. So that's just his MO. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter to like, it was clear when you heard the shit and what he was saying, like you put my address out there, nigga. Like obviously he's talking about Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? There's not nobody else. So I mean that it's not like fucking battle rap where it's like fucking name flips or whatever like that. But it was clear, so clear that now Kanye had to drop another track with Andre 3000 that we was talking about,
which I thought was whack.
The beat is fire to me. Andre 3000's verse is impeccable.
Fucking amazing. Always amazing.
Kanye's words did not meet Drake's words. So I think when we break it down,
like just a track.
Like bars wise,
it was supposed to possibly on the album, didn't make the album, and then he released it, and I guess actually put on a new verse that wasn't the original verse in actual as a response to Drake dissing him.
Now this is just speculation. This is fucking coming from my perspective because I watched
Insider Ant.
I watched this earlier today. Like I listened to it earlier today, and I kind of feel like he literally took Andre 3000's fucking verse. Like, because Andre is talking to his mom, like to Kanye's mom, like the whole verse, like his whole everything. It's just constantly talking to Donda, you know, over and over and over again. He took one of his verses that were cut, and he was like, I gotta put this in my fucking diss song. Like, this is the intro to my fucking, you know what I mean? Like, like he looked at it like, this got cut. This is the hardest thing that got cut off of the album, and I'm gonna put this on my
Yeah, no, I think, and the fact that you use Andre 3000 to try to do it and shit like that, knowing that like, you know, he's like an innocent bystander in the situation. I don't think Andre 3000 is like at a point in his career lyrically in terms of the respect that he gets between the people, because even when it dropped,
not only that,
you had
the fact
Fabulous shout him out, Jadakiss shout him out,
bruh,
like yo
that
bars,
fucking response,
you know what I'm saying?
That not dumb, but I would say that silly ass response to fucking South Park. Like, bro, like, grow the fuck up. Like, they made it, like, how long ago was that? And you're going to reference that again? Like, we got to hear about you talking about fucking the like, Matt Stone and Trey Parker from South Park? Like, come on, man. Like, like they said that you suck fish sticks. Like, get over it. Like, it's that big of a deal. Like, you're just a gay fish. Like, that's just what it is. Like,
oh, man.
No, I mean, that's not, I mean...
you know,
I feel what you're saying and everything like that, but that's just I think that's what Kanye personally struggles with in his life type shit. Like, he can't take people not
criticism.
No, not fucking with him. He
yeah,
just
that's what I'm
feels like
saying.
he's on such a level of like almost like a Jesus type of thing. Like, he's like, no one's not supposed to not fuck with me.
He's
you know
on a high ass pedestal.
And then when he drops and then he hears the Drake verse, because like I said, man, I feel like Kanye's album in terms of song, like that shit with Lauryn Hill, the fucking the sample he used from Lauryn Hill on that song is so fucking fire, bro.
It
like,
is fire.
There's like mad songs on that Kanye album, not because it's so long, it's kind of hard, but like,
it just feels
you got like a good 6 songs that are just fire.
It
like,
feels undercooked to
it.
me. It feels undercooked to me. And when I started listening, like I kind of feel different on like where you said that you liked Kanye's album more. And I know shit. Like,
he's had that way? Do you like Drake? Did you hear enough of any of it?
No. Kush just had a busy week, so like
man,
I
he
don't
can answer the question though.
No. I mean, I heard decent amount of
Like,
both, and like
and
a lot of it
like
for both, because I didn't really get in depth actually, like with all this, because I didn't even realize like they dropped in like the same week and shit. You know what I mean? I didn't know like this whole beef was going on, so it's like just now and shit. So, but like listen to the albums, like there was mad songs like you were saying, like the fillers and shit. There was mad songs that I was like, all right, man.
Skip.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? For both of them.
But like in the context of the albums happening, you know what I mean? Like what there was meant for and all that. Like that's looking at a different level. But like to me, they both only had like a few good tracks.
No, I agree.
That's it.
For as long as it is, for as long as the albums are to have only so little or tracks that are kind of fire that you consider fire. You
Like
know,
Drake,
it kind of makes sense.
Drake
that
pulled
they
out a
could've-
song with Jay. You
No,
know?
actually,
I mean-
they both. Let's give some shout outs real quick because they both have Jay-Z and Lil Baby on their album.
Yep.
Those are the only two people that made it on both albums. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. I mean, Jay is Jay, but Lil Baby, man, like lyrically, that boy got bars, man.
What got me on the Drake album is that intro feels like Tuscan Leather, and Tuscan Leather might be my favorite Drake track of all time. So like, I mean, as per intros, it might like.
No, that intro
and
was
I'm
fire.
not
Drake's
even-
intro,
I'm not even-
Drake's intro, I think, is way fire.
That like as per intros, like having a strong intro, like Kanye's intro is like laughable. Like I'm sorry, I love the concept of everything, you know, but to have a chant of just one word over and over and over and over again,
Yeah.
you know, it like
Hard to listen to.
yeah, it's hard fucking to listen to, like
Yeah, nah, it's hard
and
not to fucking skip over.
I've listened to a lot of shit, like a lot of hard to listen to shit. You know, like I've listened to some weird metal shit. I've listened to some weird prog rock shit. You know, but Donda over and over and over and over again is just not feeling it. You know, like so as per intros, like Drake wins on that fucking category. Like, and it like after hearing that, I was like, this is my shit. You know.
No, Drake wins on the intro. Drake wins on the diss track, and Drake and I think they're pretty much even on the features and whatnot. But I think when you break it down in terms of
What about the
overall
sales?
tracks, I think the sales is gonna be even. Well, let's see what Drake does because Kanye broke records and Apple and everything like that.
Drake's
in terms of,
has just come out too.
yeah,
So
we got to see what that's gonna be.
you know
like,
what I mean?
you know?
Like, bro, like I was like,
I think we'll
Kush,
find out more tomorrow. what the
Going
numbers
to
are
your
gonna be.
party the other day, like I like that's when I was started listening to it, like getting prepped for your fucking party, like the other day, like it was like 2 days ago, and I listened to that shit. You know, like walking to the Ave, going to the fucking pharmacy and shit. You know, like bobbing my fucking head, like that felt good. Like it felt real good. You know. Whereas like Kanye's is we're talking about fillers. Like Kanye has like 3 song repeats.
And he brought Kawaii out.
Yeah.
He brought Kawaii out.
I'm gonna give you that.
Yeah,
That
and I
was
was
an
like-
L ass video.
And I ain't
like,
going front. I saw the video before actually like listening to the song.
That video
And then
is
I was
fly
like,
as
man,
hell.
the song's I don't know. I
And
don't know
you
if I
know
could
what?
bump this.
As
But
per
then,
duos,
but then I bumped it in my
as
car.
per
and I was like,
duos, Drake and
bump
Future are a fucking great duo, bro. Like they're a great fucking duo.
Yeah, no, they got too much fire together.
Yep.
That's a fact. All right.
All right, what's next?
So we're gonna get into the top 5, man.
Top 5.
Jones.
Top
We doing
5.
it,
Wanna die. Top 5. So my top 5 is kind of like a reflection of what we're going through with this Drake and Kanye dropping. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh, good segue, bro.
yeah. So what it is I can't necessarily put it in an order. I'm just giving you 5 examples of similar situations. I don't know which is one more better than the other. I can't really tell you and whatnot. But it's more like in terms of some sort of beef in terms of albums that dropped or shit like that in terms of maybe a diss track that came out prior or some sort of like competitive with the sales or whatever, what have you and what might be, you know? So I got 5 situations and where that happened. You know what I'm saying? First, I'm going to start with Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown. I think when they both came out, they both changed the game of hip hop for females. I think before them, you know, you had your MC Lyte, your Queen Latifah.
They're fucking yin and yang of that generation.
Yeah, I mean, I just think the both of them, when they both dropped, they kind of like went more into like this sex appeal thing in terms of hip hop music, as opposed to maybe more of the conscious shit that we was hearing from like a Queen Latifah or an MC Lyte
Lauryn
some
Hill or
shit.
Rod Digger.
Or Lauryn Hill, Rod Digger. Like there was more kind of like lyrical and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? When them two came
Yeah, I
out,
feel that.
they were basically living in each other's shadows. You know what I'm saying? And constantly vying to be the better one, and which we probably needed to see more of them collabing together, and I think that would have been better. You know what I'm saying? But that never
Facts.
really happened, and you know, you got diss tracks with each other. You know. On features, you know, Foxy Brown dissed Little Kim on the CNN joint, and then
I mean, but that's what
and then
hip hop
Lil'
is,
Kim
though. You know.
dissed Foxy Brown on the Mobb Deep joint. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was they was always in competition with each other. But when that Hardcore and the Ill Nana dropped, kind of like the same year, same time frame, that was I think that was big with that. You know what I'm saying? The next one, I think we're gonna put the Locks and Puff, you know, because
Such a good fucking beef, bro.
yeah, because I think the reality is that you know, the Locks were tied into a bad contract that was supposed to be for life, and then I've heard some of the comments and some of the reviews from that situation, and it didn't make sense. And then, you know, I guess I'm okay with Puff. Obviously, there's a lot of music that he's made that I can't say that I'm not a fan of, what I don't like.
He's a legend.
Nah, he's a bitch, bro.
I mean,
he's a
I'm
straight
gonna.
bitch, bro. He's a straight bitch ass nigga, man. He has done so many bad things to fucking. Yeah, he's done so many bad things to so many artists and shit like that. That
No,
it's
I
just
mean,
not even
not
fair,
even an
bro.
artist to people, but still, like he's.
No, he's a genius.
That's what I'm
legend
talking
in terms
about.
of making music. That's what I said. I
Yeah.
said I could agree with you with
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
but to me as a person, he's still a bitch. You
I
know
come
what
from
I'm
the
saying?
hospitality industry, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I've
like-
met people that have been like
Getting
some other
into
shit,
it.
but yeah,
Hold on,
but
like that's alleged. Please, let's
yeah,
not say shit.
no,
like that,
but
bro.
yeah, on some crazy shit,
No,
but
no,
yeah,
no, yeah, no. Let's not say that at all. We don't. I don't know if we know that. We don't want to put that out.
all right, I'll
there and
bleep
shit
it
like
out.
that. No. All I'm trying to
Okay,
say is
and
the
that's
terms
it,
of
yeah.
the beef, dog, was, you know, letting the Locks go, being able to have their freedom. Like, you know, Big died. Big wanted to leave Bad Boy as himself. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of, you know, thoughts behind that. He wanted to sign Cameron and shit like that, you know? So there was a lot of things in terms of it going to the next way. And then, you know, when that happened, you know, Puff kind of held the Locks down. You know what I'm saying? And then when the We Are the Streets finally dropped, Lord, you know, it was like, it was anticipated. Everybody wanted to know what they wanted to say. They all had some sort of verse or track that was a straight diss or response to how they were being treated by Puff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the way
and
that-
it's not just him, but, you know, there have been multiple artists. When you look at Black Rob, when you look at
Yeah.
G Dep, when you look at Shine,
That's
when you
exactly
look
what I
at-
was gonna talk
well, yeah,
about,
when we
yeah.
look at 112, Mary J. Blige, Mace.
He's put
You
them
know what
all
I'm saying?
in very
All of them.
well, not Mace, but most of them put in questionable situations.
Yeah, and
Mace has a weird lifetime like contract where he's getting paid for life.
yeah, well, I mean, he's probably the only one that's been down with it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But like, you know, even the masters of his shit, like he didn't want to give up the masters, and that wasn't something that's, you know, normal. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like everybody gets their, from what I understand, you know, like everybody gets their masters back after like 5 to 10 years or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't own it right away, but after that time passes, you own your shit, like it's yours. But
Facts.
they wasn't really trying to do that with Puff. I mean, Puff wasn't trying to do that with the Locks, and I think that's where the drama comes in with that. You know, the next one I'm gonna put out, you know, 50 and Kanye, the Curtis and the Graduation.
You
know,
remember that one with
yeah,
the
they
fucking
dropped on the same day.
ripping up the fucking teddy bear and shit?
Yeah, you
like,
know what I'm saying? They dropped on the
throwing
same
it on
day.
the
It was-
ground, stomping on
yeah,
it and shit.
It was definitely publicity move, and I think it was definitely something that they both kind of planned in terms of trying to get the album sales. I do remember Kanye winning that particular shit, and that album is
Yeah.
definitely stood the test of time more than the 50 Cent album. But, you know, 50 is still 50, you know what I'm saying? And he's a Queens cat, and, you know, I fuck with 50 hard body. You know,
I don't.
so it's,
Yeah, I don't think that it was Ye's idea. I think it was more or less 50's idea, like going through his usual beef route. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
trying to get some beef. And shit.
Yeah, like that was that 50 Cent beef era, and then it just ended up with him. You know, like it's the way it works. You know.
Facts. So the other is I don't even know if this is really gonna be a beef, but I'm gonna put it out there. It's only built for Cuban links and ready to die. You know what I'm saying? The purple tape. When you think about it, the purple tape, there wasn't no anticipation for this beef. It wasn't understood. But the purple tape comes out and basically starts a beef with Big, saying that Big bit off of Nas shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's in reference to the album cover, you know? Because the Illmatic album, which up until that point was probably maybe the illest album in hip-hop history up until that point.
Yeah.
He has a picture of him as a baby on the cover. And then when Big comes out and has a baby picture, which is not actually him, you know what I'm saying? But it kind of looked like him, so that's why everybody thought it was that. You know, that baby picture, a picture of a baby on the cover, it kind of looked like he was biting his style and whatnot. And Ghostface and Raekwon made it known on the purple tape, like, yo, they biting styles out here. This is what they doing. And it's kind of funny because when you think about the Ready to Die album, Method Man is on that album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Method Man got a fire verse on that shit.
Fucking
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's one of the greatest.
You know what I'm saying?
One of the greatest albums of all time.
No,
man.
but it's also one of the greatest features on all time in terms of actually spitting a fire verse that you could actually argue.
Personally,
you could actually argue that Method Man's verse on that song is better than Big's.
Yeah, I think that's the best like feature on the album. Like,
it is. It definitely is. It definitely is, hands down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For you to have a better verse.
And
than
one
Big.
of the greatest albums of all time.
And one of the greatest,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
in all musical genres. You know, like I personally put it up there. You know.
No, it really is. So I think that was it wasn't a beef in terms of albums, but it kind of became a beef on the albums once the shit dropped. You know what I'm saying? And then you had the comparison in terms of New York hip hop when you think of like Ghostface, Raekwon, and Meth, and then Biggie, and then Nas. Like, those are the top at the time rappers in New York.
Yeah, I think it just had to do with Raekwon's Raekwon and Ghost's loyalty to Nas, like
because he's on the album, he's on the verbal intercourse.
Ghost,
you know what I'm saying?
Ghost is like quoted on saying that he thinks Nas is the GOAT. You know, like so I wouldn't doubt that was the case. You know,
so we see what's gonna happen. Obviously we know what happened with it, but it's just a beef that I wanted to put out there in terms of like as a reflection of what Kanye and Drake is kind of going through right now. And obviously the last is, Jay and Nas with the Stillmatic and the Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I think where Jay came
Illmatic
first.
beef, Stillmatic beef.
Yeah.
Basically. When Jay came, well, that's because Nas, like for me, he'll always
Goat
be the
shit.
GOAT. He'll always be the greatest.
Well, I mean, not only that, but that is the greatest like rap like beef of all time. Like,
oh yeah, no, in terms of and just even in terms of like caliber
quality,
of artists and
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Like people that were just like about it, and that was a debate for years.
It still is.
Still fucking is.
It still is.
You know, like
the Jay fans are still hard for Jay. Like Nas didn't do it. It didn't happen. Y'all always bring up the takeover. Y'all always talk about the takeover. It was only one verse, but what about the Super Ugly? They say and shit like that. But then the Nas Illmatic, the Nas fans always bring. Well, they voted on Hot 97. The fans called in and Nas
Hot 97
Illmatic
said
won.
Nas won.
I mean, and the Ether won.
I remember that shit.
You know
I
what I'm
remember
saying?
listening live to that shit.
Me too, bro. I remember listening live.
Late night. I remember tuning in every fucking night to Hot 97, man.
Word.
At least in those years, like me and my bro turn that shit on late, you know.
The city spoke.
Word.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a big thing, bro. We see what's gonna happen with that. But I mean, before we end the top 5, I just want to say, man, like hip hop beef is something that's gonna always be there. I think it's too much of a competitive thing not to have that. You know what I'm saying?
It's part of the game.
It's part of the game, And
As
I
it
think
should
where
be.
you don't see that in
no, you're right, Kush.
that.
That's exactly how it should be.
Yeah, but you don't see that in other genres. You don't see country music stars beefing with each other.
No.
You don't see
Smacking with a
pop
guitar.
stars beefing with each other.
No.
You don't see even heavy metal bands or rock or whatever you want to call it, alternative or any of the other genres.
Maybe rock bands or
Well,
something
you know,
like
there
that.
was
Maybe
kind of
like
like
that.
there was
But
kind of
on-
like
on
that was
some
more
other
like
shit.
but that was more like in the 80s when you had like these
No, not even
fucking
that.
love ballads compared to like the fucking Metallica shit.
No,
You know what I'm
not
saying?
even, not even that. That's like
for real.
personal. That's like personal beefs and shit. Like when it comes down to rock, it's like it's more or less like that. That's all it is. It's personal. It's not like actual. I'm gonna make a song about you.
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Whereas hip hop, like I'm gonna make a song about you, and
Like,
you're
you
gonna make a
mention my
song
name,
about
you
you.
disrespect me, some shit like that is
On
coming
on
out.
two of like the greatest albums of your like existence in your in your catalog. You know, when it comes down to Jay and Nas. Fucking Jay-Z fucking Blueprint album is arguably one of his best albums, and same thing with Nas. Like Stillmatic is arguably one of his best albums. You know,
Yep.
like you can say Stillmatic or Illmatic, but
Nas.
either or, like
That's
it's
goat
one
shit.
of his best albums. Exactly.
Yeah, man. So like as long as it stays on wax, I'm all for it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the end of that.
That
There's too
rhymes.
many, I think you know, too
Pause.
many. We've
how we
already
do it.
Queens.
We've already seen the bad side of it. You know what I'm saying? Word.
My guy.
That's the Queens representative that you need. You know, not the Met shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's it for the top 5. I want to get into the Love Jones and then end with the You Fucked Up. So let's get into the Love Jones right now.
One more time. Two more times. One more. There you go.
Been wilding out here. You seen the fucking the harp and the
Good.
fucking violin.
Whatever it be, bro.
I've been able
And a
to now
couple
infuse
tutus.
them. I've been able now to infuse them. Alright, so yeah, because I'm too mad that you keep on fucking blowing up my spot that it's a harp and I play the violin and like it's a problem.
DBZ shit right
Not a
here.
problem. I didn't bring it up today.
Because I did the harp. You can't.
No, you can't complain.
You can't.
He's
Nigga,
not
I
even
did the
giving it
harp.
to you this time.
I did the harp.
Appreciate it. Now you know.
Fuck yourself, cuz.
It's a harp.
Thank you. Alright, so the Love Jones situation segment it's really about some shit that I think not a lot of people think of or pay attention to, and it's fake love, man. There is fake love out there in these streets, bro, and it is it's vital for you to pay attention to it when you're dealing with it. I think sometimes, and this is actually a reference to the You Fucked Up. Like you could use it as a reference to the PJ Washington situation. You know what I'm saying? For being so.
Diabolical.
No, I don't.
Conniving.
I was gonna say gullible. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I think he was more gullible to the situation and seeing what it is and seeing kind of like the work that this woman had put in for so long to trying to get him, only to get played at the end, and feel bad about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm bringing it up to fake love and shit like that because there are many situations like this, and it has nothing to do with being a celebrity or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you could just be offering a spot for someone to stay. You know what I'm saying? And they're living with you because they have no choice. So they're doing everything they can to kind of make you believe that they love you, but in reality, that's not love. And in the first situation that they'll be able to be out, they're gonna leave you. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem. You know. So I think people, in terms of relationships, you got to. I say this often, man, but pay attention to the signs, pay attention to the red flags and shit like that, because the statement of love is blind is 100%. You know what I'm saying? When you're feeling like you're in love or have those feelings that someone is giving you to make you think that you're in love, you tend to not pay attention to the red flags. You tend to let shit rock. You know what I'm saying? Knowing deep down that it's fucked up or that it's wrong or something like that, you tend to just be like, oh, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is just how they are or what have you. But usually 9 times out of 10, it could come back to bite you in the ass. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be hurt after the fact. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the fake love is very much real. And I feel like, I mean, it's hard. It's hard sometimes when you really feel in a person to let go. It's hard to, even look at yourself in the mirror after the fact. And I mean that in the intent that like maybe you've had your guard up for a long amount of time, and then you finally let your guard down to a situation that you think is real, and it winds up being not. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even want to look at yourself at that and make the correct decision to be like, let this person go. You know what I'm trying to say, Kush?
No, 100%, man. I mean, I can't. Like, I agree with you, bro. Like, you gotta look out for the signs, but there's also another side of it where it's like people are also assholes.
No, they
like,
really are.
Like,
they
like
really
that,
are.
like that's the whole thing about it. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, yeah, like it's fucking people with a plan. That's some plotting
No, it
shit.
really is. And you
like,
know what? Go
people,
ahead.
and it's an extreme case with the PJ Washington, right?
Yeah.
With the PJ Washington shit, right? With the you fucked up moment. It's an extreme shit. It's an extreme case because he's an NBA player and shit, and she knew what she was doing and all that. But it happens to like the common people too. You know what I mean? Maybe not for shit like that, but for, like I said, it could be an unlimited amount of reasons. You know what I mean?
No,
and you see it. No, but like you see it. We hear stories.
No,
we hear stories.
To actually to piggyback of what you're saying in terms of situations and shit like that. I don't mean just only for love. I mean, this fake love comes in friendships. The fake love comes at workplaces and shit like that. There are a lot of haters, man. There are a lot of people that hate you. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a work position where I was looking to try to get a promotion. You know what I'm saying? And I was on my way into doing that. And when I told my coworkers in my face, they was like, "Wow, congratulations, man. Good luck and everything like that." But behind my back, they was straight like, he don't deserve it. I've been here longer, shit like that. But like, bro, like closed mouths don't get fed. You know what I'm saying? That was my point. Like, yeah, you've been here, but you never asked. So if you never asked for a promotion and I asked for a promotion, like a training to get a promotion, and I got it and you didn't, and you're mad at that I got it, you should be mad at yourself for not looking out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But then you smile in my face. And you tell me it's all good, but behind closed doors, you're talking to the bosses saying like, "Oh, he don't deserve it." You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Definitely.
So the fake love is more than just in a relationship. The fake love is valid in in friendships.
It goes across the whole.
Yeah, it goes and it comes in many facets. The fake love.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And and it's human nature to have people around you. It's human nature to want people around you. And it's human nature to kind of want to trust people. You know what I'm saying? That you think you're cool with. And, unfortunately, it becomes a situation that you really, most likely got to learn from. You know what I'm saying? It's really something that's what happens, that, you learn from the situation after you've already got fucked. You know what I'm saying? But pay attention to those times that you got fucked. Pause. You know what I'm saying? And
no,
you know what I'm saying?
And
And realize that
Penetrated.
those
learn from that shit.
not penetrated, but like metaphorically fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not actually. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different this situation, man. That's not. I don't think there's no fake love about that situation. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing fake about it. You getting it, so that's not good. You know what I'm saying? Hit my child, man. That's the end of the Love Jones, dog. Fucking fake love,
Jones.
man. All right, so the you fucked up moment. I thought of this on my
YFU.
I fucked it. I fucked
Defer.
up. No, I thought of this on my own, and
Blessing
I hope you agree with me with the situation.
And
You know what I'm
disagrees
saying?
already. I see his face.
Well, no. I'm not. He's talking about you disagreeing it.
About
Oh,
Whatever.
you fucked up moment of the week is the you fucked up moment of the week goes to the world, man. Goes to the world and not listen to me. Goes to the world and not believing in this global warming, dog.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
doesn't
You know
exist.
what I'm saying? It very much
No, it
doesn't.
doesn't exist. How could there be global warming, right? If the Earth is fucking like this, it's flat.
I
Earth is not flat.
love this dude.
The Earth is not flat. It's
Sarcastic
proven.
motherfucker over here.
It's not flat. It's not flat. It's proven.
It's flat.
It's not.
He just likes being that guy that does that.
Nah, I'm talking about
the spread.
Yeah, I mean, let's be
He
real.
likes that little spread motion with his hands.
Okay,
and he's like,
let's get back on. Let's get back onto the course.
This is my explanation right here. It's flat.
No, yeah, it's not flat at all. But let's.
How do I feel about it?
No, I didn't even get to say how I feel because you're fucking idiots, fucking talking dumb shit.
We're not talking dumb shit.
The world, it's fake. The world is flat. You know what I'm saying? No, it's clearly real. That you don't see the fucking flooding that just happened in New York City. You don't see the fucking hurricane that just hit New York, down south. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is shit's going on all over the fucking world. It's not evident here. It's evident on the other hemisphere. It's evident in Australia. It's evident on the West Coast. There's droughts all in through fucking Arizona and California. Let's be real about the situation, bro. It's not fake.
No.
Global warming is very much real, and it has to do with us. It has to do with the people as a whole into the society, and unfortunately, it's the people that are running the world that are the top people that don't want to give up the money into the situation that allows it to continue to get that way. And we're gonna eventually run into the point of no return where there's not gonna be able to turn back. You know what I'm saying?
You're absolutely right.
You think it's a game and shit like that. That ice melts. There's no New York City. There's no
right.
New York City. There's no Long Island. There's no Brooklyn. There's no Queens. There's no Manhattan. That's all underwater.
You never seen Day After Tomorrow?
No, I'm not talking about a movie, man. I'm talking about real life.
But that's based on it.
No, I understand that. But Day After Tomorrow happened whenever. No, but it's not a theory. It's reality.
I understand that. But if one of the largest producers of CO2 gas, like,
is America.
Well, also China.
Yeah, no, I know
isn't on board with us on doing this. Like, when you talk,
that's why I said the world.
Yeah,
that's why the fucked up moment of the week is the world. It's not it's people. Everybody needed to buy in. Even America. Why do we go after all the oil?
Yeah,
because our money has no backing, and oil is traded in American dollars, and it's the only thing that gives value to our money. So that's why we go to fucking Afghanistan and Nigeria and fucking Iraq and fucking Venezuela to control all the oil that's there. You know what I'm saying? Because the reality is, if you look at Brazil, they fuel their cars on mostly ethanol. What the fuck is ethanol? It's sugar. Mm-hmm. There's way more sugar in the world, way easier to get sugar than there is to get fucking oil.
You're absolutely
But why hasn't well, I mean, the Tesla, I mean, it's okay, but I mean, electrically it's not fundamentally smart. It's not fundamentally smart. If there's a blackout and the blackout lasts 2 weeks, your car is going to be out of energy. You know what I'm saying?
Solar
so
Tesla.
Then after that.
Solar Teslas.
I mean, I guess solar Teslas.
We have electric and all that other shit, but the whole thing is an implementation of it, No,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Going full
this when it
comes forward. That's what it comes forward.
Yeah.
It won't happen as long as you have people that run the oil industry and say, look, we need to make this money. We're not going to do it. When you have people that run the car industries and the industrial industries and saying like, no, we need to burn the coal. We need to do these things to keep our shit going instead of thinking the alternatives for the future.
Not only that, like think about like the break that we took. Like if we can organize breaks. For
COVID. You seen how COVID and shit cleared up beautifully all of a sudden.
The ocean somehow became like they were spotting fucking whales in the Hudson and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you literally just took breaks in fucking like air travel or breaks in fucking in cruises and all that other shit.
Yeah, you had
people
smog levels.
People don't realize how much oil is burned in cruise ships. There's so much oil burned in fucking cruise ships. Like they're just continually running. You're talking about giant fucking ships that are just in the water forever.
And they won't change that shit because of like people pay for the cruises. They're like, no, I gotta make my money. It's an industry. But I'm talking about the you fucked up moment of the week for the.
No, I'll put the world in a fucking goddamn trophy cup and
because the reality is, man, like the time is to start now. That rain, I don't know if y'all seen it, but that rain that hit in New York was some of the hardest, strongest rainfall that I've ever seen in my life living out here. That wasn't just like, I understand it came from a hurricane, tropical storm, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. Usually when those hurricanes hit landfall or tropical storm, it doesn't hit that hard after the fact. You know what I'm saying? It came all the way over here and still dropped all that water. There's multiple people died. A lot of people died in New York because they was trapped in a basement or some shit like that and couldn't get out. It was fucked up situations.
Yeah,
It wasn't even
Nobody
expected.
was prepared. Yeah, like this is
there
what it
was-
is.
We
And
got
this
more
is
of a
gonna be
warning for the other hurricane.
for the other hurricane because it was supposed to hit straight on.
There
in
was
the
a couple
weekends.
people in
And
New
that was
York,
nothing.
and then there was a couple
It was
people. There was like a handful of people in Jersey. There was more people in Jersey than there was in New York. But yeah,
Tri-state.
Yeah,
Tri-state.
and in
Yeah,
tri-state area, there was
like,
a good
whatever
amount
you
of
want to
people.
break it down to. Like,
Yeah.
this shit is real. And if we keep on living the way we live and not taking the proper precautions into doing the shit right, it's only going to get worse. Watch, I guarantee you, what we had last year in the crazy snowstorm, that shit snowed 36 hours straight, dog. We had 30 inches of snow.
Yep, I remember.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to happen again. I could see it happening already this year. You know what I'm saying? The hurricane season is not even over yet.
It turned
There's
fall
more coming.
real quick.
Huh?
It turned fall real quick.
So fall. Like the weather?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how strong that
Yeah.
water, because it was a fucking heat wave before
Yeah.
then. That rain, it came down so hard, it went from fucking 90 to 70 overnight.
Yeah, it smelled like football outside.
Word. It did. I mean, not
I don't know
to
about that.
not to shit on. You know.
No, it was like 60
Yeah.
degrees.
I don't know.
I know you're trying to be respectful and stuff like that, but it did. Like right the day after, it felt like fucking like it was like October or something like
No,
that.
it felt
smacked me in
beautiful.
the
I'm not
face.
talking
Yeah.
about that, but I'm just
Yeah.
talking about like the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
You're right.
All right,
No, I
man.
agree.
I don't sound like it. All right,
I
let's
agree.
go. That's the end of the Jones Hour, man. That's another episode in the books, man. We episode 32.
You're ready.
Just love, you know what I'm saying?
Give him one chime. Go one chime.
Jones.
No,
We
no.
gonna
I
die.
want a Jones Hour chime. I want
What, a Love
some.
Jones?
Yeah, Love Jones. Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
with
for
you.
the world?
For the world, man.
Yeah,
I'm with you, bro.
let's
Let's
get better, bro. Like,
Let's
I mean-
uplift the people.
Yeah. All right, bro. That's the end of that, man. That's another episode in the books, man. Thank you everybody that's fucking with us, everybody that chimed in. About to start this fantasy draft at 9:00.
Word.
word.
You know, so you know how that goes. I'm on my fantasy shit, but man, it's another one in the books, man. Episode 32. Shout out to everybody that's fucking with us. Marvelous, you joined in, but it's a little too late, baby. We out. And that's it. Turn on the volume.
We love you, Marvelous.